For the last segment of this stream, I want to talk about the things they put on for the patch notes for Lightyear's coming out. Now, obviously, they had a lot of the challenges with the coding, and the coding was practically really big. So what I want to do is I want to switch over to this stream, close this out, put this up here, move that aside. So here we have all the stuff that they're doing. This is the patch notes. If you guys haven't read it yet, this is what they posted on the 14th. So 2 days ago they posted this, letting us all know that Kindred is going to come out. So yay, awesome! Kindred's out next mid to late this next week. And here's kind of what they're doing with new features to the cards. What they're going to be adding in to the Kindred patch, not alone, because they weren't just working on the card interactions. They were working on a lot of other stuff. They were working on making the game better as a whole. In my opinion, this is what I will say to this. In my opinion, this should have been several different patches. What they should have done is they should have really focused on getting the game to work as a whole. Because people were so complaining about the cards not being in the game. We could scan them in, but we couldn't play with them. That should have been like their #1 focus. Get all the cards working. Yes, they did do an interaction of how like cards like Antimatter Field really messed up card interactions, re-adding in family tags to everything like that. But like reading through this, they added a lot more than just those cards. That's great, but I feel like they should have spent 100% of their time, pause some of the projects, get these card mechanics worked out, give us the card play, so that we can play with them before everyone gets really stale on this game, before everyone starts losing hope that like, oh man, this game is getting really boring, they start losing viewer interest. Get those cards into the game. That's the #1% focus. After that, then have like the week after or 2 weeks after, hey guys, we also worked on this. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. Give us a chance to play with the cards on the app, and then have all these other fun things come out. That would have been awesome. That's what a lot of other card games do, and I feel like that's what they could have done better on this, to give us the game sooner, and then added in extra stuff after we have what we want. But what they did extra, and I'll go through this with you guys, is hero challenges have been added to the app. I'm not sure what hero challenges means. It's kind of, in my opinion, it's kind of like a single-player mode of the game, which is awesome. Every game in these days has a single-player mode, so that if you can't find a lot of people playing, or you're playing at certain times when not a lot of other people are playing, you can still enjoy the game. You can still do things in the game and enjoy it, learn the cards, build in your own time, and then surprise your friends like, hey dude, you didn't even see this, I played for like 2 hours on my own and did all that stuff. So that's awesome. I can't wait to see what the hero challenges mean. If it's just like, some of these new heroes have certain decks, they're like, hey, he came out of the woods. It's kind of like in Pokemon, when you walk into the tall grass, you find a challenger and you got to fight that Pokemon. Maybe this is what it's going to be, where every like few hours or so, like, Quartz is challenging you to a duel. And it's like, okay, well, let's just go fight the AI and get some bonus packs. So that's awesome. Like, that's really cool that you're getting those kind of like mini side quests every once in a while, where, if that's what I'm understanding what these healing challenges are, awesome. Or if it's just like, hey, you have to fight someone with a certain hero, use that hero. I don't know. But it says here the challenges have been made periodically. You will get a notification when the challenge has been made. Defeating the challenge, and it will be a challenge, will grant you a booster pack. That's awesome. For people that don't have a chance to buy the physical cards, getting different ways to get booster packs other than grinding for gold, grinding all this stuff, have these optional quests to do to get booster packs is a great way for the digital community to grow as a whole without going to your card shop that they haven't really, maybe like a 2-hour drive away to get cards. That's awesome. I'm really happy they did that game. I'm really excited for those. The daily deal prices have been adjusted. This is another thing they could have waited on. It's a simple fix. The standard booster packs reduced to 100 gold, so that's really good, making everything cheaper so that everyone can buy them more freely, and you're not just waiting and grinding all this gold. Now when the app drops, you can have all that gold spent up, you get more value than you thought. That's awesome. Make things cheaper, so people who want to only play digitally don't feel like they're waiting or being held back by the people that can just spend $3 on a booster pack and scan cards in. That's awesome. Make the money worth it. Kindred launch reward, obviously, hey, you log into Kindred for a limited time, you get 250 gems. That's awesome. Just, a simple reward. People wouldn't find with more booster packs, people wouldn't find with anything. But I think the gems are a better value as a whole, because the game's been out for so long, everyone's probably bought the cards physically, started making stuff that we've all scanned them in. We don't need that many more cards. The gems will allow us to do what we want with the game. So I think that was a better decision on their part. Obviously, this is stuff that they've been working on that are coming out after, and I feel like a lot of this stuff should have been stuff that's coming out after. Like I said, I really just wish they would have given us the cards and then gave us all the bonus stuff so we could have fun with the game, start interacting with the game, playing these cards, learning the cards and all that stuff. But here's some of the things that are coming out for that I'm actually really looking forward to. Weekly single-player events. Each week you will receive a mini campaign of connected bosses to battle through for big rewards. Awesome! Give us that single-player action. Make us so that you don't want to only play the game again, like on the ladder, because people are getting, in my opinion, a little fed up from what I'm seeing online. People only playing the same decks. Everyone's only playing mill. All this stuff. It's making the game lame. Why aren't they fixing this stuff? Standard should be different from casual. All this stuff, and I'm like, yeah, it's true, but the game's in its just out of beta phase. Give it time to implement more things, and this is going to be awesome. I feel like adding this little once a week thing is going to bring a lot of player base into it. It's going to bring a lot of players into it who aren't as competitive into the game to keep playing the game. It's not one of those like, yeah, if I'm not competitive, I'm not going to play because everyone is all competitive and there's no point in grinding the ladder. But playing the game, build your decks once a week, fight it's not just one, but a mini campaign of connected bosses. So it's not just a one and done once a week type of thing. It's probably going to be like 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that, which is really cool. And you fight your way through. It'll give you a chance to make some weird archetype depths that you have to like counteract these certain things for. So like you wouldn't play just the continuous meta decks. You would have to build your own, and it kind of makes people want to play with cards that they're not used to or that they don't really know. So people with now the meta decks can still have fun in a way where I really hope they will have fun with just the cards that they have. Because I know for a fact I'm going to play this and I'm going to have so much fun, and I'm going to try and stream more because all this added stuff is going to make this game so much more fun. The reroll mission functionality and greater mission variety is going to be great. In my opinion, that one is probably going to come out a lot sooner because it's probably just as easy to do the readjustment as it is to reroll a mission. Once they probably want to release it once they have a lot of their other mission variety out there to release it all in one package. And I mean that's fine for something like that. It's fine. But what I feel like their one downside of PlayFusion is doing is they're trying to do everything in big chunks. And what they should be doing is focusing on like the main thing, release that, do a bunch of mini things, release those in small little patches, then give us something really big. Then do little things, and then give us something really big. You want to continuously feed your support, your viewer basis, your gamers. You want to continuously give them stuff, as opposed to like, okay, well, if the game's been feeling really stale for like 3 months, guys, we're basically throwing an entire new game in there, have more fun. It's like, oh, this is so much fun, awesome. And then it gets really stale. And then they throw a bunch more stuff at you, and it's like, no, you wanna make your player base not feel stale after a month. Give us little updates. Give us little things. Like I said, the first thing they should do, give us all the cards. Then bring in the mini campaign as a big patch. But like before that, reduce the gold size. Reduce these small things to us. Then bring in like that mini campaign. Awesome. Then as a side note, like bring in the weekly or the random challenges. Bring that as a side note. Bring it as a side note. Foil card representation in game. That's another side note. That could come in like a week after all the big stuff to kind of make the game feel less stale. I'll wait. I'll collect the foil cards. Awesome. But stuff like that, like there should be stuff that doesn't come out in giant packages for a game like this. Things should come out kind of almost like one at a time in repetitive sessions, so we can look forward to some things instead of waiting and having the game be stale. Is what I'm saying. So reroll mission, that one should be a really a much needed update for people that want to reroll, don't have a lot of cards, can't lay a lot of cards, can't complete a lot of the missions. So I really appreciate that. A lot of games are doing that. Additional game practice mode features. This one I'm actually really excited about because it means that you can practice a deck of your own against another deck that you made. So if you're continuously on the ladder against opponents consistently losing to like Dolo, Cassini, all this stuff, and you want to be able to try and build a deck that counteracts it without losing ranks, build that deck that you're losing to, build it on there, then build the counter to it, and just practice against that deck just several times, where you don't feel like another player is being a kind of a jerk to you by playing that deck. Build a deck until you get all the kinks worked out to counter it, then go on the ladder with it. Then surprise people. But being able to play against your own decks means that you, when testing out new cards and new decks like that, you set your power level of what you want to go against, as opposed to the base of the base starter decks or the top tier ladder. You get to decide, like, slowly rank up your decks, evaluate them against your own without feeling like you're being trash talked by other players. Hopefully not. This community is great. I love this community. But it's one thing I wish they had is like a squelch feature, like a lot of other games do. Because I have gone against a lot of people that are playing Dolo, who hee 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 hee, good game, and I'm just like, dude, stop. You're being one of those people. I get it, you won. You don't have to rub it in my face. Like that action. So I'm really happy they added that functionality in there. I don't think a lot of card games have that where you can play against your own decks. So that makes me really happy about that. Foil card representation. A lot of people have been asking, hey, what's the difference between foil and non-foil? And it's like, well, Nothing right now. If you have foil in game, cool, you have foil in game. But now there's cosmetic effects with foil, so it actually means that collecting foil cards is good. It means you'll want the foil cards for the in game if you are one of those collectors. But it's nothing where the foil cards are better than the digital copy or anything like that. It's just cosmetically it means, hey, these cards can do flashy other things. They have fireworks behind them, but it doesn't really impact the game, which is really nice. It means for people that want to collect and build that basis, you can find out who the pay-to-win players are. That's what it does. Player statistic feature, including ability to view friends and other players' profiles with stat information. Once again, small little fix that they're adding into it. Make it so that you can compare yourself, not just like in name or rank, but you can compare like how they're doing in Mountain, how they're doing all this other stuff. What's their statistic on win rate against this? Have they been trying a new deck? So it's really cool to be able to just check how your friends are doing. Find people on ladder, how their profiles are doing, kind of view their statistics of like what decks they've been playing the most of and all that stuff. So it's just more informational stuff, more little minor things that we're getting that's going to be really good. So I'm really happy to see all these fixes. I wanted to go through this with you guys, but yeah, that's my one thing. I'm really happy this is coming out next week. I'm really excited. I want to start streaming more, get all this stuff going, really get excited about it. I want you guys to be excited too, because we're going to see a major change to this game. But like I said, that was my one thing, is that I feel like they tried to throw so much at us all at once when all we really wanted was the cards. All we wanted was the cards. Give us the cards. I feel like if they were working on the cards alone and kind of put a back burner to, these hero challenges, the price fix and whatnot, give us that. We could have had this game last week or even 2 weeks ago. Just set aside everything, get everyone their own cards, because I don't know how big the PlayFusion team is. Set aside all the other projects, make sure the cards are good. 100% make sure your game works before you add on sprinkles and cherries and whipped cream and all that stuff. Make sure you have a solid foundation. Then give that to us. Then after a week of us having fun, give us the bonuses. Give us the extra stuff. Give us, hey, I'm really glad you're enjoying the game. I'm really happy you guys are sticking around and all this stuff through the hard times. But yeah, that's it. How many have you done orders in the newest set rating? This was my second one. I did Astro last week and I did Dread today. This vid is just Dread. Just Dread I did today. Tomorrow I'm going to try and, like I said, I'm going to try and do all the other orders hopefully before Kindred drops. If not, I'll try and do them while it's coming out. But I want to do one tomorrow on Mountain, Tuesday Nature, Wednesday Storm, Thursday Tech, and I'll probably do an unaligned video just on my own time and post that to YouTube. Unaligned probably won't take that long, so it's probably just going to be something that I won't bother to use Twitch stream for. Just put that on there so that I can have all these videos on my YouTube channel, get them all out there so you guys can view them, give comments on the YouTube channel, comments and whatnot, talk to me while I'm doing it, and then afterwards we can have fun with the Kindred set. I really want to try and get this review streams going, and then we can go on to Kindred and have fun like that. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm really happy I got to talk to you guys. I'm really happy you guys came and joined. Thank you, Grimjow, for chopping in, giving a follow. Awesome. I mean, usually when I start streaming around 7 o'clock at night, Central Time. So like 7 to 10 is when I'm streaming to get these views done. So if you're not a late worker, you'll be able to jump on and view it. So awesome, dude. I love discussing this. I love discussing these games. Get back and forth with the community, really talking about these cards. So I'm really happy that you like to debate, because I will debate you on some of these. It's awesome. I love brainstorming deck ideas. I'm really happy you're part of the team, part of the Greshu clan. Yeah, it was really fun doing this review. I hope you guys tune in tomorrow and all week while I'm doing this. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for going with this whole review of how the changes to the game have come out, how we're all excited for Kindred. And I will see you guys in the deck to creation for Kindred. Have a nice evening, and I will see you guys tomorrow.